And then another thing that is quite common, including myself, is what we call the stickler or the perfectionist. And interestingly enough, I think this is by far the one I will always remember, because most people think that being a perfectionist is something to be proud of. I'm a perfectionist, you know. Also, a lot of times when I do interview prep and I record, and then people would say, you know, like one of their weaknesses, yeah, I'm a perfectionist, but actually this is something good, you know, because I do everything to perfection, right? And we know that that is not the case, right? There have been numerous studies that this multitasking thing, is not what we think it is, and it's actually not very helpful and good. And then the other thing is, how much energy are you putting in trying to be that perfect thing, right? One of the words I try to eliminate out of my vocabulary is actually the word perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. You may want to thrive towards it, right? But I'm actually really trying to not use that word. Because it takes so much energy. We have to look perfect, we have to work perfect, we have to produce perfect results, we have to make sure that we give this perfect reflection of ourselves, and so on and so forth. And this is really, like, I want to say, an industry or a nation disease almost.
So much energy, such an energy drain. And also I see it for myself as well. I'm guilty too. Can be paralyzing, I guess, like for someone in a career transition who would have a strong perfectionist saboteur. Then the thought of starting over and going into a different industry or different role, and which means that by definition we can't be perfect because we don't know yet what we are dealing with. Or in business, taking risks, like setting up new programs, etc. The perfectionist can be such a...
Oh yes, I can be really a pain in the neck, and it really gets you stuck and not moving forward. And also a lot of times it really talks volumes about also the type of person or leader you are. Like, for instance, if you spend a gazillion hours and time on a CV. I mean, I think CV is the thing I just talk about probably the most as part of my job, you know, on top of other things. But what is the perfect CV, right? There is no such thing. There is not one CV. You have to be careful of or mindful of what industry you're applying, and so on and so forth. And making a long story short, if you are looking at, of course, you want to be good with grammar and everything, but if you look at lines and perfectionism in terms of on a micro level, then again, that may speak volumes about how you are as a leader. Maybe you are a micromanager. I don't know, you know? So those are the things to look for. Yes, we want to have an eye for detail, but we don't want to go overboard.